A very good morning to my dear students. In the last class, we were actually going with the first chapter in the 6th unit. And the title of the chapter is Jamaican Fragment. It was almost like a Jamaican diary or something like that. Here, the author shared or the author expressed his own experience from his life. So in that way, it can be taken as a diary or something like that, a personal experience. So that is what the chapter is entitled as Jamaican Fragment. It is a fragment from Jamaica, or it is an experience from Jamaica. So in that way, it can be taken as Jamaican fragment or Jamaican diary. Anyway, in the last class, I think that you remember the content or the topic which we just discussed in the last class. Anyway, this was all about the writer's prejudice. The writer's prejudice over a particular thing. So, when the story started, we just had a detailed discussion on the discrimination. And in the warm-up activity, there was given actually an incident from the life of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation. Okay, and it was nothing other than a bitter experience that he really experienced while he was traveling by a train in the first class compartment in South Africa. So in those days, people were ruled by their color. So in those days, discrimination was very prevalent in many regards. So when they assessed or they analyzed Gandhi, and by judging his color, they commented that he was not allowed to travel in a first class compartment, even though he had the ticket for traveling in the first class compartment. So from that warm-up activity, in the last class we just entered into the chapter, and in the chapter also such a theme was presented in the beginning. See, when the narrator was out of his house, he saw two boys who were playing together, and by judging their physical appearances, one looked as if fair, smart and bright, and in that way he considered that boy as a white man, and the other one was actually little brownish in color. He was not that much fair as the white boy. So in that way he soon came to the conclusion that that boy was actually an African origin. So in that way, from the by looking or by judging their physical appearances, the writer came to the conclusion that one boy was white and one boy was brown. That means one boy was from America and one boy was from Africa. Okay, and when he had an observation on the things they were actually doing then, unfortunately at that time when he noticed them, the white boy was actually commanding, and the dark boy and the brownish boy was obeying what the white boy commanded or told to him. So in that way, the narrator branded it as nothing other than discrimination on the basis of color. So the narrator considered it as the white man's burden or the narrator considered it as the superiority of white man over the rest of the race. So in that way, he had taken this situation nothing other than a clear discrimination of white people over the black people with regard to color. But when the writer took a detailed notice over them, then he came to the conclusion that they were not actually a white or he couldn't find a dissimilarity or disparity between them, because both of them were wearing the same dress. So then he came to the conclusion that it was not possible in any way wearing the same dress if one was boss and other was a slave. If one was boss and the other was a slave, then it could easily be identified in their dressing style. But here both of them were actually wearing the same dress. So then onwards, the narrator got a little bit confused, and all the confusing thoughts, all the puzzled questions that occurred his mind, or that occurred his thought, that overruled his thoughts, were we actually discussing in the last class. So that is what, when we stopped in the last class, it had been clearly mentioned that so inferior that even in our infancy we realized our deficiencies and accepted a position as the white man's servant. So the narrator himself admitted the thought that from an early childhood itself, the white people were actually groomed, or black people were actually groomed, or black people were actually trained in such a way that they were actually inferior to whom? Inferior to the white people. And the white people on the other side were also trained in such a way that they were actually supreme over the rest of the world. So in that way, he thought about all these things. So even though he thought about all these things, it was very difficult for him to come to the conclusion what was actually happening there, whether the white boy was superior and the black was actually inferior. Okay, anyway, let us continue with the lesson to know what actually happened with these two children. Okay, now you please take page number 134 and look at the first paragraph. Here I am going to read the first paragraph. Listen and read along with me. Okay, for a whole day I puzzled over this problem. For a whole day my faith in my people was shaken. When I passed by that afternoon, the little boys were not there. That evening I thought deeply on the subject. So actually it was very difficult, it was actually a difficult task for the writer to find the conclusion, what was actually happening there. He could not conclude, or he could not come to any conclusion by observing the things that happened there, because even though the white boy was actually commanding the black boy, and the black boy was actually obeying the white boy, they were actually wearing the same dress. So even though there was a command and an obedience, the writer was not at all able to find any boss and slave relationship there, as they were actually having some uniformity. Okay, so that was here it is said that for a whole day I puzzled over this problem. So he was confused Here puzzled means, yeah, he thought long. He thought deeply over this problem. For a whole day, my faith in my people was shaken. Yeah. What do you mean by that? Yeah, that is the meaning actually is mentioned in the previous paragraph. In the previous paragraph, it was clearly said that so inferior that even in our infancy we realized our deficiencies and accepted a position as a white man's servant. So then actually the writer found fault with the entire race he was belonging. He concluded, or he conveyed that it was not their problem. It was actually the problem of their race, because from an early childhood itself they had been trained in such a way that they were actually the servants of whom? Servants of white people. So in that way, he actually his faith in his people mean in the race he was belonging was completely shaken. When I passed by that afternoon, the little boys were not there. That evening I thought deeply on the subject. And when he was actually passing over there in the same afternoon, he could not find the boys there. Anyway, he was having a deep and a serious thought over the same problem or on the same subject. Now listen, here I am going to read the next paragraph. Please do listen and read along with me. The next morning the boys were there again, and a man was standing at the gate watching them. I stopped and looked just to see what the white boy was making his little servant do. To my utter astonishment, the little dark boy was striding imperiously up and down the lawn, while the white youngster walked abjectly behind him. So when he was actually passing over there in the next morning, he curiously looked at the place where these children were there in the previous day. Then he could also find a man standing at the gate watching these people's play. Then the writer stopped and looked. What was actually the intention behind writer's observation? Yeah, just to see what the white boy was making his little servant do. So he was sure about one thing, that that day also, yeah, the white boy was actually commanding something, and the black boy was happened to obey what the black boy was actually happened to obey what the white boy told or commanded. So in that way, he just want to see what the white boy was actually making his little servant, that means the black boy, do. Okay. To my utter astonishment, but this time the author or the writer got himself astonished. Yeah, he suddenly became in a great surprise. What was actually the reason behind his surprise or reason behind his astonishment? Yeah, the little dark boy was striding imperiously up and down the lawn. Yeah, this time the little black boy, the little dark boy was striding imperiously up and down the lawn. Striding means walk with long steps. Yeah, typically associated with a leadership or typically associated with the activity or the action of a boss. And what do you mean by imperiously? We learned it in the last class, that in a way that suggests that you are treating people as if they are not as important as you. So this time it was actually the black boy, or it was actually the dark boy who was actually commanding, or who was actually taken hold or taken command over the white boy, while the white youngster walked abjectly behind him. What do you mean by abjectly? The meaning is given here, without any pride or self-respect. So the white boy, on the other hand, was without any complaint obeying the black boy. So the sight was just opposite to what he had seen in the previous day. Okay, now we are actually moving with the next paragraph. Please do listen and read along with me. Get me a banana. The little white boy ran into the house and reappeared shortly with a banana. Peel it for me. The little white boy skinned the banana and handed it to his dog master. I saw it now. This was indeed a game I had played as a child. Each boy took it in turn every alternate day to be the boss, the other the slave. It had been great fun to me as a youngster. I smiled as I remembered. I looked at the man standing by the gate. He was a white man. I remembered what I had thought yesterday. He, no doubt, I thought to myself, was wondering if the black race is superior to the white. I laughed gently to myself. How silly grown-ups are. How clever we are. How wonderfully able we are to impute deep motives to childish actions. This man, I said to myself, will puzzle all day on whether the blacks will eventually rise and rule the world because he thinks he sees the little black boy realizing at a tender age his superiority over the white. I will save him his puzzle. I will explain it to him. I went across to him. Okay, now here we are actually moving with the explanation. Get me a banana. The little white boy ran into the house and reappeared shortly with a banana. Peel it for me. The little white boy skinned the banana and handed it to his dog master. So, this time the dark boy was actually commanding everything to the white boy, and the white boy was without any complaint obeying what the dark boy told or commanded. Yeah, the dark boy first commanded, ran to the house. When the black boy actually commanded, I need a banana, get me a banana. Suddenly the white boy actually ran into the house and reappeared shortly with a banana. Then again he commanded, peel it for me. Then the white boy actually skinned the banana and handed it to his dog master. After, skinned the banana and handed it to his master. I saw it now. This was indeed a game I had played as a child. So then he soon realized that it was just a game. It was just a game. It was just a game where he himself played when he was a child. Each boy took it in turn every alternate day to be the boss, the other the slave. So, as part of this game, one had to take the role of a boss and the other had to take the role of a slave. And these roles would be changed in each and every days. So in that way, if one boy was a boss in one day, he would be the slave in another day. So this was clearly a part of a game. It had been great fun to me as a youngster. So actually this game actually did great fun to him, great fun to the writer when he was a child or when he was a young man. I smiled as I remembered. So when he recollected all those childhood experiences, he then smiled and he admitted his fault. He admitted his mistake or for underestimating the action of the children. I looked at the man standing by the gate. He was a white man. I remembered what I had thought yesterday. Suddenly he observed the white man standing by the gate, and I remember what I had thought yesterday, and he was completely he felt so much shame on his thought, on his previous day's thought. On the previous day he simply thought that it was nothing other than a caste discrimination by the white boy over the black boy. Then he remembered what he had thought yesterday. He, no doubt, I thought to myself, was wondering if the black race is superior to the white. Then the writer, by observing this sight, was thinking that whether, yeah, the black race was superior to the white. Yeah, and he was actually hoping for such a situation. So till then, the whites were, the blacks were every time overruled by the white people. So this time, when he looked at when he looked at those boys play, he found that the black boy was actually commanding over the white boy. So it was a special sight for him, or it was quite wondering for him to think whether the black race was superior to the white race. I laughed gently to myself. So suddenly there occurred a gentle smile, gentle laugh. How silly grown-ups are, how clever we are, how wonderfully able we are to impute deep motives to childish actions. So suddenly he felt shame over himself, and he was actually asking himself, yeah, how silly grown-ups were, how clever the grown-up people were, how wonderfully the grown-up people were actually imputing deep motives to childish actions. See, the children were actually doing this very innocently, but when they did such an action, when they did such an activity, it was actually the grown-up people who were given another connotation or another implied meaning for what they had done. Okay, this man, I said to myself, will puzzle all day on whether the blacks will eventually rise and rule the world, because he thinks he sees a little black boy realizing at a tender age his superiority over the white. I will save him his puzzle. I will explain it to him. I went across to him. So when the writer was actually looking at the man who was standing nearer to the children, the man was actually observing the activities of those two boys, and the man was actually thinking whether, whether the blacks will eventually rise and rule the world, because he thinks he sees a little black boy realizing at a tender age his superiority over the white. When he observed the superiority of the dark boy over the white boy, he was simply thinking whether the little blacks would realize their power, or whether the blacks would eventually rise and rule the world, that means rule the white people. Because at this very early ages, or at this early childhood itself, the black boy acquired a genuinity, or acquired a mental power to give command to a white boy. So in that way he was deeply thinking on that when he stood there. Then the writer mentioned here that the writer would definitely help him to save his puzzle. That means would definitely help him to understand his difficulty in coming to the conclusion that whether the black would be able to rule the world or rule the white people. I will explain it to him. I went across to him. I know what you are thinking. I said, you are thinking that maybe the black race is superior to the white, because you just saw the little dark youngster on the lawn ordering the little white boy around. Don't think that. It is a game they play. Alternate days, one is boss, the other servant. It is a grand game. I used to play it, and maybe so did you. Yesterday I saw the little white boy bossing the dark one, and I worried all day over the dark boy's realization of his inferiority. So young in life, we are silly, we grown-ups, aren't we? Then the writer soon approached the man who was standing nearer to the children. watching them. Then the writer said, he knew what he was thinking. And he added, he was thinking that maybe the black race was superior to the white or not. Because, that man just saw the little dark youngster on the lawn ordering the little white boy around. Because, he watched that the dark boy was actually commanding the white boy. So, possibly because of that, that person was really thinking whether the black race was superior to the white. Okay. So, in that way, the writer mentioned to the person who was standing there. Don't think that it is a game they play. So, don't come to conclusions like that. Because it was only a game. It was only a game. The alternate days, one is boss, the other servant. So, as per the instructions of that game, one was supposed to be, if one was supposed to be the boss one day, he was supposed to be the slave another day. So, in that way, the role would be changed in between them. Okay, it's a grand game. I used to play it, and maybe so did you. So, it was only a game, and even I used to play this game in my childhood. So, I hope that you were also played this one when you were a child. Okay. Yesterday I saw the little white boy bossing the dark one, and I worried all day over the dark boy's realization of his inferiority so young in life. So yesterday also I had such a same worry about them when I watched their play. When I watched their play, I found that the white boy was commanding and the black boy was obeying. So then I realized, or I was afraid of the fact that whether, or I was afraid of the fact that, or I was worried all day over the dark boy's, realization of his inferiority, even in his early childhood. So we are silly, we grown-ups aren't we? So in that way, the writer said that I too also thought that the black boy was, at this early period of his childhood, realized his inferiority to the white boy. But we are silly, we grown-ups aren't we? But it was only a false conclusion, because later I realized that it was only a game. The man was surprised at my outburst. He looked at me smiling. Then the man was surprised at my outburst. What do you mean by outburst? Given is meaning is given here, a sudden strong expression of an emotion or feeling. Then the then the man was actually surprised, and he was actually looking at the writer. Then he looked at the writer, giving him a smile. I know all about the game, he said. Then the man, with a very polite tone, mentioned that, I know everything about the game. The boys are brothers, my sons. Then he said the thing that, I know everything about the game. See, these boys are brothers. That means, if you look at their dress itself, you could easily find they are wearing the same dress. So they are my brother. These boys are brothers and they are my sons. He pointed to a handsome brown woman on the veranda who had just come out to call in the children. So then suddenly there appeared a lady in order to call the children who were actually playing outside. So by pointing to that lady, the man mentioned that that is my wife. So that lady was actually a handsome brown woman. That's my wife, he said. I smiled. My spirit laughed within me. This is Jamaica. I said in my heart, this is my country, my people. I looked at the white man. He smiled at me. We will miss the tram if we don't hurry, he said. So then he suddenly became very proud about his country. That means a country where one could not find any inequality. See, the white man actually married a black lady and they had children both in white color and black color. He never treated them in an unfair manner. He treated them equally. So suddenly, by looking these things, then the writer became suddenly proud of his nation, and he mentioned that this is my country, this is Jamaica, this is my people. So this is the this is a plus point of my country, this is the plus point of my Jamaica, and this is the plus point of my people. So I looked at the white man. So in that way, the writer looked at the white man. He also smiled at the writer. We will miss the tram if we don't hurry, he said. So actually they are supposed to, they were supposed to go to some place. So meanwhile this conversation and all these things happened. So when it was over, yeah, the other man was actually reminding the author to get fast, to get ready soon, otherwise they would miss the train or they would miss the city vehicle or city car, tram. Okay, so this is all about the chapter. I hope that you understood everything which we discussed in this chapter. Anyway, the question answers will be shared soon, immediately after the Zoom meeting. Okay, anyway, I hope that you understood it. Thank you and have a nice day.